Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. It's Jean with my Stitch and Chat at Captain Stitches. Welcome, everybody. Hello, Christine. Hello, Polly. Hello, Lori. Woke up late, sipping your tea. Okay, I've got my coffee beside me here, and I have a Propel for should I run out of one or the other. But anyway, I'm going to lower this just a little bit there. We don't have to see so much above, but I still need to be able to see to read the chat. Good morning, Katie. Welcome, everybody. It's not quite 11, so I will wait a little bit. Hello, Patty G. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you doing? Hello, Gisela. How is your shoulder doing? Ingenious Jean. Okay. Thank you, Lori. Oh, and good morning, Carol. Well, welcome, Heidi. Good morning. Yes, everybody is jumping on, but like I said, it's not quite 11 o'clock, and I'm gonna give just welcome everybody as you come on for a while, and I will get started later. Hello, good morning, June. And I think I have gotten everyone. If I missed anyone, I am sorry. Good morning, Glenda. Everybody's getting up early. Well, some of you early. I know on the West Coast, those of us in Central and the East and Canada, where Heidi is, it's not too late for us. So, yeah. So, what's everybody been up to? What are you all working on? Some of you I may know, others I don't know what you're currently working on. And during this live, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, or if there's anything you would like to know. I hope that maybe if we move that a little, it's not shining so much on my head. But Christine says she is working on Over the River panel yesterday. Yeah, I'm being able to concentrate and work on that more than what I was before, now that I have one quilt top out of the way. Lori says that today she needs 2 hours to finish a 33-year-old cross stitch. Oh, be sure and share that in the Facebook group, Lori. I would love to see that. Good morning, Donna. Yes, we did miss you yesterday, but that's okay. I understand things do come up that we don't think are going to, so no problems, but we did miss you. Hello, good morning, Gladys. And yeah, okay, I think I've got everyone, but please go ahead and add a comment on what you are currently working on. I know a lot of us have more than one project, but at least let us know about one that you are currently working on. Yeah, that is going to be an awesome accomplishment, Lori. And I'm sure it is beautiful as well. Trying to get this, our sampler Afghan, which is growing, trying to get it unfolded so I can get to it here to start on the stitch that is our crochet stitch of the week. I just put my other lamp in here and trying it out, and I have to watch on how far I swivel here, or I'm hitting the tray with my stuff in it. So I'll have to remember and watch for that. And Lori says, I'm attacking my UFO mountain. I should be good for a few years. You must have the same or a twin mountain to mine, Lori, because I feel exactly the same. And Glenda says that she has taken on the extreme chore of cleaning, rearranging, and organizing her sewing and craft room this week. What was I thinking? Oh, yeah, it's always fun when we decide that we're going to rearrange and organize our sewing crafting spaces. But it always feels good after the work though. Lori says, sad part is I put it away and it only needed a few hours to finish. Yes. Yeah, we do that to a lot of our projects, it seems like. And Gladys says she finished her sweet and sour quilt. Ooh, started on swirling geese, foundation paper piece blocks. Ooh, I'll have to check and see if you have pictures of that in your Facebook group. Um, Gladys, or I don't recall and remember whether you are in my Facebook group or not, but if not, go ahead and join it, Gladys, and I'd love to see your photo of your finished sweet and sour quilt. Okay, and Polly says, today I've already done errands, made your pup food for the month, cleaned up the kitchen and finished laundry. Maybe a nap will be next. No, next is making more reusable Swifter pads. Oh, okay, that's great, Polly. I bet you are either knitting or crocheting them. Hello, awkward quilter Lisa. Hey, she says, just stopping by to say hi. Have a great live. I will catch the replay. Okay, thank you. And Sarah is here. Good morning, Sarah. Okay, Gladys, I wasn't sure. I thought you were, but yeah, I would love it if you would post a photo of that in the Facebook group so I can see it and everyone else. We'd love to see it because I know it's beautiful. So, okay, I am going to start on our weekly crochet stitch of the week and also the embroidery stitch of the week I will be showing. And then I know at least one project up here that I will be able to work on also. Gisela is sitting outside at the west coast of Sweden. We are here for a mini vacation. Oh, that is awesome. Awesome, Gisela. And Glenda says, Gisela and Lori. Oh, I think I called you the wrong name, awkward quilter. I was all into it yesterday, so everything is everywhere. Now I'm thinking, geez, this is going to take longer than planned. Yep, but it'll look great. Okay, so hello, Jean. Good morning. And hello, Stare. Doing everything but twiddling my thumbs. Okay, well, mine are full. Maybe I could twiddle them while I crochet. I don't know. Never tried that. But our crochet stitch of the week is the Judith stitch, and it is a nifty looking stitch. It is this one right here. It's some crochet and then crochet, of course it is. Some double crochet and you skip a stitch and then you go back, and instead of going in the same row you are in that space that you have skipped, you go in the space below and do your crochet stitch, and that is what makes that. So yes, thumbs up, please don't forget that thumbs up. There's always so many more watching than what we get the thumbs up. So thank you for that reminder. Good morning, Mary. Welcome, welcome. I have to keep my eye on both. But so what I am doing after you get your foundation started for being able to work this is you always skip a stitch. So I'm skipping that stitch and I'm going to do 2 double crochets. And then I am going to go back to the one that we skipped. And I am going to go in the space below that and pull it up far enough so I'm able to do the X, and this is what you get. So I will try holding it up so you can see I'm skipping this stitch, going into the next, doing a double crochet, the next one doing a double crochet, and then I am going to go, this would be the stitch right here that we skipped, but I'm going to go down here to do that double crochet. And I will turn this around and show you that, whoops, it's pulled up right now, but that is how we make that stitch. So I will just do a few more of those. I'm using 2 threads on this one because I've been using a bulky weight yarn. All the rest is a number 5. And I ran out of the pink and didn't have a bulky weight. So I'm using 2 strands of the worsted weight 4. So it comes out the same. Thank you for that question. Good morning, Recycle Craft Art Motivation. Yeah, that's a long one to say. And good morning, So Terry. Hello, Kathy. Thank you both for popping on. Now I have a couple of my moderators present. That is awesome. So again, I'm going to skip a stitch and I'm going to do 2 double crochets. And then I just go back to the space below the one skipped and do a crochet, and it makes that beautiful slanted stitch. And again, that is called the Judith stitch. Why it's called that, I don't know, but evidently somebody by the name of Judith came up with it, I am sure. So help me understand. You have your foundation, then you do. Yeah, you have to, and it's written in my thing. The stitches are all the same, but I already have it. You have to do, because of the way that we always end, you have to do a single crochet row. And I think I didn't put that. Okay, yeah. First, so that we get to where we need to do, because of where you left off, if you are doing this on your Afghan, we have to single crochet in each stitch across on the right side and then turn, because we want to start on the wrong side. So on row 1 for the Judith stitch, you are also going to do a single stitch in each stitch across and turn. So then row 2 makes the foundation that you will be working on, because that is the first one that you're doing the skip a stitch, 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches and go back to this stitch skipped and make 1 double crochet into it. And that one, you don't have the one to go all the way down. And then row 3, there's always going to be a row of single crochet in between them. And then you are going to do row 4, which is the one that I am doing, which makes the pattern after you have done that first one, and you're going down into the row below in the space and doing your third double crochet to make the pattern. That is what I meant by the foundation, Glenda. But thank you. Hello, Amy, that popped on. Good morning. I'm glad that I can keep you motivated. That makes me feel good. So you will just be repeating then rows 4 and 5, and I'm having you do the rows 4 and 5, and then you are going to repeat those 2 more times, ending with a row 5 so that you end on the wrong side. I always have you end on the wrong side so that when we are ready for our next crochet stitch of the week, you will be starting on the right side. So this is really easy. After you won't even have to refer to anything. You're just skipping that stitch, doing a double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then you're going back to the skipped one, working in the space below it, and doing your double crochet. And it looks just as nice on the, which that is, I have to see where I'm on the wrong side right now. So you're looking at the right side of that stitch right now. But it does. It makes a really nice stitch, and it is an easy one to get used to. Oh, I'm sorry that you have a bad connection, Gisela. Take care. Please take care of that shoulder, and I know I will see you someplace else soon. So I'm glad that you got it, Glenda. And I think that I have everything else. That it is a cool stitch. I really, really like it. I think it would be beautiful to do an entire afghan or even a scarf in this stitch by itself. But I'm going to at least work to the end of my row. I can keep chatting, and if you have any other questions, I will ask them while I work this out to the end of the row. You learned how to get rid of the hearts. I don't have a heart down there on my laptop, so that is awesome. But how do we get rid of them, Terry? Would love to know. As I'm sure would several others like to know how to get rid of that heart that shows up in the way on the chat. You see it on yours. Okay, thank you, Terry. And I've been missing so many YouTubes lately. I missed, well, yeah, I'm gonna miss again. Yeah, the name, it just left me. But anyhow, most of the live YouTubes I have to, oh, there's some hearts going up. Thank you. But Marie's Scrappy Creations, I miss her live almost every Wednesday and have to go back and watch the replay instead. But there's a lot of them that I need to catch up on. There's several embroidery and slow stitch channels that I watch, and I've missed out on a lot of them and a lot of other people. So it looks pretty with the 2 thread. Would you suggest which is best, bulky yarn or 2 strands? Well, if you have bulky, and that's what I'm using on the majority, it's just this one color, and I needed some some pink in here again to make it, you know, right. So, because I didn't have a bulky weight one is the only reason why, and I happen to have 2 skeins of this, so that is why I'm using the 2 of them instead of 1, so it comes out the same. But as far as, um, my preference would be to use the bulky weight instead of 2 strands, just because it's easier than pulling, um, 2 doubling the yarn. Oops. Sometimes, depending on the area and how you have to, put that yarn, it can easily get tangled when you're using 2 strands. That's the only reason I would say that. Why does this one look like it came in a different spot? Just checking. Skip. 1, 2, okay. I'm checking because it looks like I might have made a mistake while I was talking. Ah, Sarah says, I'm realizing my embroidery stitches from over the river aren't consistent in tightness or lack up. Learning as I go, starting to get it. How much of an impact will it make on the quilt when washed? I don't really think that will matter at all, Sarah, because there's a lot of people that are inconsistent on that. It takes a while to, if you haven't been doing it, it takes takes a bit to get used to that, because consistent stitch and everything. But no, it's not going to make any difference when you wash it, and so no problems there. And Amy says, okay, my coffee is finished, and now I must go shoot some B-roll. Okay, so glad I got to join in even for just a minute. Have a great weekend. You too, Amy. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. That's the best news of my day. Thanks. You are welcome. Definitely welcome. But we're gonna see. Maybe that just seemed like it was odd. Odd to me. I don't think I didn't make a mistake. It just didn't look right to me for some reason. Good morning, Beverly. It's great to see you. Waiting to have blood work. Ooh, no fun. No fun. Yes, you have a great weekend also, Beverly, and hope that all is well with you. Hope everyone is doing well. I was a little tired and worn out yesterday, but doing okay today. So, Glenda says, I would like to know you need. Are you talking about my crochet hook? What type I am using? I'm not sure what you meant by that one. Glenda, if you can elaborate on that. Yeah, we're just doing a back stitch, so there aren't any stitches to worry about smashing. But that was good advice, Polly. Yeah, it's just all of it is just done in a back stitch, so that's why there will be no problem at all when it's washed. The only problem is to make sure that you wash it in cold water. And you might want to use some retainer, the Synthropol, the first time you wash it, just to make sure that you don't get any bleeding from your embroidery floss or your pearl cotton, whichever it is that you are using. And I'm on the last stitch. And when you come to the end, and it is your last stitch, you are going to work a double crochet in the very last stitch before turning. So I'm at the end of the row on there, on this. So the next row is just the single crochet all the way across. And Sarah says, I'm here listening while I work on my baseball quilt. Yes, that's a cute quilt that you're working on, Sarah. And Christine says to Sarah, I had the same issue and decided best to keep going and not rip out stitches. That is true, Christine. And I mean, unless you have done some really bad, stitches or whatever, yeah, I would not take them out. It always gives it character. And Lori says, back, had to take care of something. Now I'm in my room all day. Okay. Think I will be in my room all day also. But so now I am going to go ahead, and I know I put my stitch marker in here. I always put that so that through my stitch, so that if something happens and the hook comes out or whatever and it gets pulled on, it can't go undo because you have this stopping it from going anywhere. So I'm going to fold this up. See, it is getting quite long as I shake my lamp again. But I'm going to fold this up so that we can go on to the embroidery stitch of the week. And I didn't see if Glenda let me know exactly what it was she wanted to know, but if it's about the crochet hook, I'm using a size L, and it is the Clover Armor crochet hooks. That is what really feels good in my hand, and if you have any arthritic conditions or anything with your hands, those are great hooks for using. So you don't get such a yeah, it just helps with the hands if you have problems with any arthritis and stuff. We all need a little dirt in our life. I like that stare. You can get rid of them when you go live. Size L and Clover. Okay, I'm glad that I was able to answer your question on that. So the next thing that we have is our embroidery stitch of the week. And I will bring down the book first and show you we are doing the interlaced stitch this week. And that is on page 36 and 37 for those of you that have the hand embroidery book to follow along with. And I've got a couple clippies in there just to keep it folded. And I don't know if any of you notice, but when I have to store my project and I still have, thread, I put the needle in, and if you can see, I wrap my thread around that needle so it is stored, won't come undone and unthread the needle, and all you have to do is undo that and you're ready to go, which I'm going to try and put that in so that's out of the way. And this is going to be hard to see when I hold up because it is small, but you're doing your back stitch first, which you can see the back stitch there, and then you are going to go in with your other color, and you go in and out, in and out, in and out, and that is what makes the interlaced portion of it. So that is what I'm going to do right now. You are lucky I'm kicked out of my room. My daughter in there working from home. Today her daycare is closed. I miss it. I love my room. Could live in there. Yes. Oops. I pulled the wrong needle out. That's from last week's that I'm working on filling my area in on that. And Stairs says to Christine that it sounds like we're both in the same boat. Good thing Jean is at the helm. You guys are always too funny. Yes, there's a lot of people that we all know that have popped in. So when you are doing the interlacing part, you bring your needle up. Yeah, oops, behind the first stitch that you are going to work, and then you are just going to go how did I start that? Yeah. Over the top. And just bring your needle. You're bringing your needle through that back stitch and making a loop and then just going back and forth from whoop. Get that other thread from the other one out of the way is what I'm saying the oop to. And I forgot to, well, I purposely did not turn off my phone today because I need to know if somebody calls on that. So I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that you can't, oops, see me work this. Yeah, that's too far away. But anyway, I am just going from top to bottom, looping my stitches, and I'll keep that with the needle in so you can see how I'm just now going underneath that back stitch, pulling that through, and then I am going to go, stick it through again, up through the other one, and you're just doing that back and forth all the way to however, long or whatever you did with your back stitch to be able to do that. So you want to make sure, of course, that you are not pulling those back stitches really, really, really tight down on your fabric, or you won't be able to get your needle through to be able to do the lacing part of the stitch. So I'm just going to work this one all the way to the end also, like I did the others. fun just to work back and forth, over and under is all we are doing. Sometimes some of the back stitches are trickier than the others to get your needle through. And on this one, I'm going to attempt and show how you can turn and then go through the other ones. You should be able to let me see if I do this right. You should be able to go through your others so that you are forming you're kind of forming a circle effect. And I'll show you that in just a little bit. I want to get a couple more done. Well, come on. Can't get my hook to go through. My hook. I'm using a needle, not a hook, right? Have to use the correct terminology. This probably isn't the greatest color of thread to use to show you how you get the effect of the over and under going the second time, but I will be able to show you that here in just a moment as I'm getting close to the end. I should probably, if I don't think I can get in the attic, but I might have to find somebody who can, because I'm pretty sure up there I have my large board that I used to use for teaching embroidery and things on. So I'm going to park that out of the way, and I'm going to show you now how when you get through one, here it is. This is the regular without turning around and coming back and going through them the other way. But when you turn it around and go through the other way, you get the little looped effect on both sides of that. And you can see the difference there. But that is the interlaced stitch for the embroidery stitch of the week, which last week's was the braid. I'm going to park this over here farther so that is not in the way. I'm going to park this one up and over here so I can show you again the braid from last week, which this is the braid, and I'm going to be filling in the area with those 3 colors. But okay, so I have shown you both the crochet stitch of the week and the embroidery stitch of the week. And I'm going to, I've got space for this one on there. I'm going to put that up there. And let me see, what do I want to show you? Oh, we will show real quickly. I am working on the layered hearts applique, needle turn applique also. So I have this here, and I thought I might be able to, my coasters. I wondered where those went to, but, and I have this neat little needle book. This is the one that I kind of keep. Let's see, inside it's got the different pockets and stuff that I've got everything in. So I have my thread, which I know I am using this one, which I will stick in there for right now. And I will probably need my little pin box while I'm getting rid of the pins that are in there. And I think that is all I need from there for right now. Might need my toothpick at some point. We'll hide that there. I usually keep that in my mouth, but that would be a little hard to talk and have that in my mouth at the same time. But I will show you real quickly. This is the layered hearts, and this top one, I hand applique it with the needle turn onto this heart first. So I just have the 2 hearts. I don't have it on the background when I'm doing that. So that top heart is the first one done, and it is needle turn appliqued onto the larger bottom heart. Now I've got the bottom heart on my background piece of fabric, and I'm doing the needle turn on that. And what I will do, because I know there were a couple of you interested in how I do the needle turn applique, so I am going to lower my screen, because the best way for you on that, and I can't go too far, and I will get as close as I can. But the first thing that I do is I finger press around on my where I have the line marked for where I am supposed to turn on this heart to, but I finger press on that line so it gives that fabric already an idea of where it needs to turn. So I'm doing that all the way to just before that V of that. But that will help in getting that to turn under. And I see I have not clipped the curves on this yet. So I'm going to turn so that I can clip the curves, and I'm clipping almost to my line, but stopping right before it. But I am clipping the curves so that they will turn under easier. Don't do them too close together. You just need enough so it's going to turn. Okay, got that. And I lost wherever I put the, there it is. Couldn't find the end to my scissors there. Okay, so we're going to turn this around. Okay, I see people are still saying hello. But I think I have said hello to everyone. I don't see anyone new. Okay. Yeah, it'd help if I keep that down on the way, but I'm turning and making sure that this is turned under, and then I'm taking the stitch into my back and coming up just in where I have folded with my needle. I hold that up. I think you can see where I'm coming just in the fold to take my stitch. And then I just keep folding it with that. I'm sorry that I can't zoom in and give you a real good close-up, but you may get an idea of what I am doing. And you don't want to take big stitches with this. Looking for a good place to drop those pins until I can get to picking them up. And you can take, that the tip of your needle and catch to get that turned under exactly where you want it, and you don't want to work too far ahead of yourself. So you're just doing so you can have about 3 stitches. I'm going to bring that up closer so you can see how I'm just, where is it? If I hold that, I'm just coming up in that little bit of fold on the needle, and you won't be able to see that at all once it is stitched, and you're always using a thread that is the color of your applique piece, not the color of your background. And you're taking a stitch that is about 1/8 of an inch from the other. And don't pull your thread too tight either. Thank you, Glenda. You take care and have a very nice weekend. And thank you for your questions, and I'm glad that I was able to answer them for you. Is there a pattern for needlebook, or did you make it up? That is one, which I don't even know where I put it now. Oh, back up there. That is one that was gifted to me, Christine. But I will put needlebook, because I do have some patterns that I can share, and I'm sure I could, figure out how to do that one. But I will put making a needlebook on my schedule, and what I will do is it would be a lot easier to do that in a Zoom. So when I have that ready, I will schedule a Zoom for it, and it'll be posted in the Facebook group so that those of you that are interested will know when that is and will be able to let me know if you are interested in receiving the Zoom link for that when I do it. You can never have too many needlebooks either. Because I like to keep them for different, so they each have their own different type of stitching that I'm using them for. And of course, if you have more than one project going at a time, it's always nice to have one for your specific project also. And Heidi says that she should try some needle turned applique. I do so much hand stitching. Why not? Right. Not ready for a full applique quilt though. Well, this is nice because you could actually do, just one block of the layered heart And you can, it's very easy to make your own heart pattern, so you don't have to purchase pattern for that. Just make one smaller than the other and use it as your first practice one. And you can do just one block and you can frame it or do whatever you want with it. Or do just 4 of them or something like that. Make a little table topper. Yeah, I wouldn't want to tackle a large project for my first time at doing needle turn applique. But I think you will love it, Heidi. It is right up your alley in the things that you like to do. Oh, and I haven't mentioned that to the rest of you. I think some of you have probably heard me somewhere else recently say that I am actually thinking of hand quilting my long time gone quilt instead of doing it on the long arm. I am considering it. I haven't made up my mind yet, but I'm kind of leaning towards the side of hand quilting that quilt. It just seemed to be speaking to me and telling me that, hey, I'd rather you hand quilt me. Oh. I usually have this on my lap app, but you wouldn't be able to see me working at all on that. But I usually use that for when I'm doing embroidery, that wool embroidery, that type of thing. It helps to relieve the tension in your arms and your shoulders and your back, because you will sit up straighter while you are doing it if you are using the lap app instead, if you have one. And Donna says, oh, that would be so fun to try. I never did that. I don't know if you are talking about the needle turn applique or making a needle book. Donna, I'm sorry. Since we move from one subject to another so quickly, I'm not always sure when it comes up in the chat which one you are actually referring to. I always remove my little pins as I come to them so they're out of the way. Hello, Mona. Welcome. I am doing pretty well. We'll just say that and leave it at that, huh? Oh, nobody wants to hear my health woes. So, but I'm doing okay. Hello, Linda Tolman. Welcome. I think you are new. Okay. And Heidi says, ooh, I'm going to do a quilt as a wedding gift. I could do an applique heart or 2 as an embellishment. Yes, you could, Heidi. That would work very nicely. And Donna says, what about the over the river quilt? Use the long arm? That one, I believe I am also going to hand quilt it. I'm going to have so many that I'm going to be hand quilting. I will be set for more than my lifetime. But I definitely know that I want to hand quilt that over the river and through the woods. That's been my plan all along on that one. So, and I'm going to get mighty close because I have the other half of this heart done. My goal for working on the layered heart applique one, because it's been put away for a while and it's now that long time gone, is finished. This is the one that I am focusing on to get completed now. I believe I counted last night. I believe I only have 4 more of the layered hearts to do, and I will have all 25 that I need for the quilt top done, ready to trim to the proper size that they are supposed to be. And then I have to work on the sashing and the yo-yos that I have decided I am going to use for the cornerstones and, yeah, some other embellishment. I don't have that with me right here, but I know I'm going to use it in the cornerstones and also in the outer border for this quilt, because that was just too cute when I saw that idea on Pinterest. I need to stay off Pinterest too because it gives me too many ideas. Trying to see what time. Okay. Almost 12 o'clock. So I think, yeah, of course, I'm not going to have enough thread. You always run short on thread. It never fails. Too bad we can't just thread it, leave it on the spool, and have the never ending thread. But that would be a little hard to do. Oh, so Terry says, have you ever clocked the hours it takes to hand quilt a quilt? Yes. For most of my projects, I keep track of the time spent on them. And when I am hand quilting, I have a little notepad alongside with that, and I do put down the hours that I work on it. So when I'm finished and somebody asks me, how long did it take you to make that quilt or to hand quilt it, instead of my normal until it's finished reply, I will be able to tell them the exact number of hours. And Linda says that Pinterest creates a lot of works in progress for her also. Yes. Yeah. Or a lot of, the ideas that you've printed up or whatever, and they're laying around waiting for you, like those, and those squirrels pick them up and say, look at me, look at me. Don't you remember you wanted to do this? Oh. And it always happens when you're looking for something else and you come across, you know, one of those and you go, oh, I forgot all about you. And it piques your interest again. So you leave it laying out saying, oh, yeah, I want to work on that. And Terry says that she has never thought about hand quilting anything. Maybe this winter I will start small and try it. Yeah. Just make a little 4-patch. And my husband let Katie Sue out, so she's barking at my door, but she's just going to have to remain there because I am not going to get up and go and let her in. Okay, I just started this. I thought I was halfway done, but that was the other one that I finished. Yesterday, I finished one of the layered hearts, I think, or the day before. Mona says that she bought a huge embroidery hoop at a garage sale this morning. I don't see, I'm not even using a hoop when I do this. Rarely do I use a hoop for any embroidery work. I use a lap hoop when I am hand quilting a quilt. But when I'm doing embroidery and that type of thing, I like to leave it loose in my hand instead of in a hoop. But I've come to the V of my heart. And you never clip down on that until you are there and ready to do it, because you want to eliminate as much fraying as possible when you get to that. Because if you have problems when you turn down in that V, you can end up with quite a bit of fraying. That is not fun, because then you have to keep playing with it to get that all turned under and out of the way. She's still out there. Poor thing. I thought that Bob was going to close the doggy door so that she couldn't come out while I was on the live. You got it to quilt. Okay, that makes sense, Mona. And Polly says that she loves hand quilting. I get quilts done faster hand quilting than machine quilting. I think on the long arm, I could actually get a quilt done a lot faster on the long arm than I could hand quilting it. But some just really call out to be hand quilted instead. And Terry is saying to Mona, she says, I have to look around for yard sales here. I never see them. Which, just an FYI, an embroidery hoop will not work. It isn't the same as what you use for quilting. You need a thicker, more substantial hoop for hand quilting than what an embroidery hoop is. And you do not want larger than a 14-inch hoop, because you will not be able to reach the areas that you have hooped. Anyway, because your arm isn't that long. You can only work in an area that is less than the elbow to your hand, and you won't be able to reach and be able to do the handwork from either side. My hoop for hand quilting is a 14-inch hoop. No matter what size the quilt, that is the size that I use. You'll be able to see it in the hoop, but you'll have to keep rehooping to get it to where you can actually reach to be able to do your hand quilting. And I just about unthreaded my needle. We don't want to do that. I just got it to lay quilt over. Okay, I gotcha. Hello, Deb. Welcome, welcome. I bet if I took a walk, I would, but I never take a walk. Well, not that often. Oh, I try to get a walk in every day, but nope, that doesn't always happen. Got you there, but need that exercise to keep limber and keep those old, bones and muscles and everything from I can't think the word was right there. But I lost my train of thought on that one. There, I just turned under that V. I need to get a stitch in there real quick before I pick my hand up and lose it from turning it. No phrase in it. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Love when that happens. Okay. I would love if I was able to see my fabric there, but so now I can turn and get going just enough up this side so that I can take a knot on the back before my thread gets too short to be able to do that, because it's running out. I look on Facebook and local community paper. Anything that says sewing or fabric, I go. Yeah, I wish I could do that, Mona. Terry says that she'll get to walking when the fall weather sets in. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't like walking in the heat. I will have to be more diligent looking. I need to stop looking for sewing machines. Oh. I keep going back and forth on whether I'm going to get a Juki or not. Some days it's a definite yes. Other days it's a, no, I don't really need it. We'll see which one wins out in the end, huh? That'll be interesting. No. Whoopee. Almost unthreaded again. That's what happens when you get the thread short. I'm getting my knot on the back now. Oops, don't pull. Okay. So we did pretty good on getting part of that done also. And I can take that one out because I've got that. So I've got half of it done. I've got the one side done all the way to the V. So now I just have to do the other half, and I'm sure I will finish that later today. So I Like I said, my goal on this was to get at least one block a week done. And I've already gotten, this will be the second one this week. So that's good. I'm ahead on my schedule. And that was going to be my tip for all of you this week is try making yourself out a schedule and blocking the exact hours done that you want to work on each particular project and see if that doesn't help you to stay more focused and more productive and actually get more work done that way. Mona says she has to go to lunch. Bye all. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Mona. And I will see you later on your live. I believe you're doing one today. And Debbie is getting here late, which that's all right. Had to go to Washington Courthouse to, oh yeah, I know. She was having some problems yesterday and the day before, so I'm glad that you were able to go over and help her, Debbie, and hope she's doing better. So I have gone over the embroidery stitch of the week, the crochet stitch of the week. We do not have a block for the block of the month this week. That won't be until the first Friday in October. Oh, it seems odd to be saying October already, but it is coming, isn't it? Has anybody gotten any mums to plant yet? It's getting to be that time. And so, yeah, and I was also able to do some of the appliques, so I did well on getting things accomplished and being able to show you today. I did have Over the River and Through the Woods up here also to work on, but I think that I have showed you enough. We've chatted quite a bit. I hope that you all are a little inspired to get to work on some of your projects today. All right, Terry. She says, yes, mums are on the front porch in every color in pots. Yes, I put mine in pots also. And then I actually, in the spring, I take them out of the pots where I let them winter over. And then I plant them somewhere in the flower beds. And I have had some that have actually grown into like the size of a bush. So, yes, I love adding mums this time of year in pots for some color. And it seems like a lot of us quilters and crafters also love to do things with flower gardens and vegetable gardens. And so, thank you. You are so welcome. Thank you all for joining me and showing that you do have an interest in me doing this every Friday. You are welcome. Also, thank you, Stair. You have an awesome day as well. And Lori is back. I can't sit still. I want to clean. I must be sick. I wish a little of that would rub off on me, Lori. I have some cleaning to do, but yeah, I am not getting to it too well. I do a little bit each day, and that at least by the end of the week, then most everything is done. Take your temperature, girl. Well, hello, Jean. I'm sorry that you are just popping on because we're getting ready to wrap things up. And you are eating popcorn while enjoying my live. Okay. So maybe you've been in the background and just said something now. Is that it? But yeah, I always like the other Jean Roar. Okay, and we also have the other Jean was in here earlier too. I don't know if she is still watching, but she probably is. So we have this Jean, we have the first Jean that was on here, and now we have the other Jean. Getting ready to go to the vet for my Sebastian. Prayers, please. Yes, we'll definitely put in prayers for Sebastian. Hope everything turns out well. I kind of figured you were still there, Jean. So, yes. Okay, well, yes, everybody, prayers for Terry's dog, Sebastian. And if you haven't given the thumbs up before you leave, please be sure and hit that thumbs up. Looks like we are doing good on it, but yes, and hugs to you as well. Okay. What? He dislocated his hip. Oh, I am so sorry, Terry. That has got to be really, really sore. Yes, poor baby. Yeah, I hope that they will be able to get it back where it belongs and that it won't take much other, and then I'm sure that they will. Yeah. I know I watch Dr. Pole all the time, and he is so great in getting dogs back. I think when he does it, he actually then wraps that leg up in an up position, and they walk on the three, or you keep them off for a while so it takes time to heal, so it doesn't come back out of the socket right away. But so there'll be some downtime for Sebastian. Poor little boy. I feel so sorry for him. Yes, I would have been totally scared. It would have been holding until I could get him to the vet, my little Katie Sue. Yeah, that would be, I'm sorry. That's an awful thing to happen. So we will all have Sebastian in our prayers, and also you, so you can ease your mind, Terry, also. But okay, everyone, take care. Have a great, awesome weekend. I will see some of you, I am sure, in other places today and the weekend. And take care, everyone. Goodbye to everyone. Thanks again for popping on with me. And I will see you all again soon. In the meantime, remember, I can keep you in stitches. Bye-bye.